Continuing with migraine. So, most common non-fatal headache in ED is migraine. It happens in young people. It is defined as a headache of moderate to severe intensity, lasts 4 to 72 hours. Unilateral, pulsatile, with both photophobia and phonophobia. Made worse with moving, activity, and light, and some क्या बोलते हैं stimulation. Any kind of stimulation is going to make it worse. We often use a pound mnemonic, which means pulsatile, one day inset, unilateral, nausea, and disabling mnemonic for this headache. Any patient who meets 4 out of 5 criteria possesses a positive likelihood ratio for the diagnosis of migraine. It can be episodic or chronic migraine and can occur with or without aura. Among the most common aura symptoms are lightheadedness and visual changes like scotoma, scintillations. Migraine usually starts in childhood and peaks around age 50, and then it gradually declines. Prevalence is 5% of male and 15 to 17% for females. That includes me. Scintillations, your sparkling. Scintillations are sparkling, okay? Chronic migraine is defined as 5 or more migraine headache days per month over the past 3 months. So, for the past 3 months, if you have had migraine for 5 or more days per month, then you are having chronic migraine. Migraine sufferers who present to the ED are more likely to be chronic headache sufferers. बेचारे बहुत परेशान होने के बाद ही ED आते हैं, अदरवाइज नहीं आते. There are many effective treatment for migraine, like triptans are the first line abortive therapy for migraine at home. ED treatment कैसे करना है migraine का? Initial treatment includes IV treatment with dopamine receptor antagonists like your droperidol, metoclopramide, chlorperazine, and NSAIDs. So, ED treatment is your dopamine antagonist, dopamine blocker like droperidol, metoclopramide, chlorperazine यूज़ करेंगे IV, and NSAIDs यूज़ करेंगे mostly paracetamol. Many combinations are there like Nexdom and all. Combination with antihistaminic like diphenhydramine is helpful to treat akathisia from antiemetics, क्योंकि हम लोग एंटीमेटिक्स D2 ब्लॉकर यूज़ कर रहे हैं ना, ड्रोपेरिडोल, मेटोक्लोप्रामाइड, प्रोकोपेराजीन. सो इससे akathisia डोपामीन साइड इफेक्ट हो सकते हैं. दैट्स वाई वी विल यूज़ एंटीहिस्टामिनिक्स लाइक डाइफेनहाइड्रामीन. Steroids may be useful to reduce the headache of recurrence after ED discharge, but try to avoid them generally. Opiates and barbiturate containing compounds should not be used routinely in abortive migraine therapy unless other standard treatments fail. No recommendation for routine use of arcotamine and codeine and tramadol and other opioid medications. In pregnancy, triptans are contraindicated. You can use paracetamol, opioids, or corticosteroids. Metoclopramide might be used, and NSAIDs are also, it can be used until 3rd trimester, but ergots are triptans are contraindicated in pregnancy, remember. Ergots and combination agent with caffeine and isomethapine are absolutely contraindicated in pregnant women. So आपका जो मेन दवाई था ट्रिप्टान्स एंड अर्गोट्स दोनों ही कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेट हो गया प्रेगनेंसी में. एंड कॉम्बिनेशन एजेंट्स विद कैफीन एंड आइसोमेथर्पेन आर ऑल्सो एब्सोल्युटली कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेटेड. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज इट एट ऑल. For abortive therapy after discharge, you can prescribe them sumatriptan, short-acting triptan, and combination of triptans like sumatriptan plus naproxen, और कॉम्बिनेशन ड्रग लाइक माइड्रीन. माइड्रीन में क्या आता है आपका? पैरासीटामोल आता है, डाई क्लोरफेनाजोन आता है या आइसोमेथेप्टेन. Then the other causes of headache are occipital neuralgia, paroxysmal of langsynaptic pain at the back of your head due to irritation of occipital nerve. Then there are idiopathic intracranial hypertension, your pseudotumor cerebri, mostly in obese young women who have like excess vitamin A. उनसे क्या होता है कि increase ICP and visual disturbance होता है. There will be headache and blurring of vision when you bend forward and back pain. papilledema होगा. So excessive vitamin A can cause pseudotumor cerebri. Here is a list of optimal treatment options for migraine headache, like your ketorolac, prochlorperazine, metoclopramide, droperidol, chlorpromazine, Maxulf, methylpred, Dexa, sumatriptan, dihydroergotamine, valproate and ketamine. In general, removal of 1 ml of CSF will lower the cerebrospinal fluid pressure by 1 centimeter of water. So 1 ml CSF रिमूव करने से 1 सेंटीमीटर ऑफ वाटर ICP आपका कम हो जाएगा. रिमूवल ऑफ 1 ml ऑफ CSF लोअर द CSF प्रेशर बाय 1 सेंटीमीटर ऑफ वाटर. इफ़ यू रिमूव एक्सेस स्पाइनल फ्लूइड एंड ड्यू टू हेडेक, मतलब हेडेक कम करने के लिए रेज्ड ICP था, हेडेक कम करने के लिए CSF निकाला था, बट एक्सेस रिमूव कर दिया तो it can result in intracranial hypotension causing the pulling of meninges and low pressure headache, which will require epidural blood patch for relief. epidural blood patch से वो आपका एरिया सील हो जाएगा वहाँ से. Cluster headache about occurs in 0.4% of the general public. It can mimic a dental pain, more common in men compared to migraine, which was more common in women. Typically starts in adulthood and occurs in clusters, which occur in the same time of the day and the same time of the year. It's circadian and circumannal pattern, occurring daily for more than a week and repeating for at least 4 weeks. Episodes are unilateral, excruciating but brief and self-limited. Up to 10% patient experience a more chronic form and require admission. Associated ipsilateral syndromes are common, like you need to differentiate it from migraine. Distinguished feature of this headache is need for the patient to pace, in contrast to the patient with migraine who prefers to lie still in a quiet and a dark room. Treatment consists of 100% oxygen given at 12 liters per minute for 15 minutes through a NRM mask. Sumatriptan 6 mg subcutaneous can be used, as can single dose intranasal lidocaine 10% solution. So 3 treatments are there. 100% oxygen via NRM for 15 minutes. Sumatriptan 6 mg subcutaneous and intranasal lidocaine 10% solution. Then there are various metabolic causes of headache, like your hypoxia, hypercapnia. Hypoxia causes cerebral vasoconstriction, hypercapnia causes dilatation. No. Hypoxia and hypercapnia both cause cerebral vasodilatation. Example, high altitude. ट्रीटमेंट क्या करोगे? ऑक्सीजन दे दो, CO2 निकाल दो ना. हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे हेडेक हो जाता है लोगों को, तो ऑक्सीजन का सिलेंडर का पफ लेते हैं तो ठीक हो जाता है. ट्रीटमेंट इज़ योर पैरासीटामोल, आइबुप्रोफेन, असीटाजोलामाइड ट्वाइस अ डे. स्टेरॉइड्स यूज़ कर सकते हैं, डेक्सामेथाजोन टू इम्प्रूव एडिमा, असीटाजोलामाइड टू इम्प्रूव ब्रेन एडिमा. देन प्रोफाइलैक्सिस यूज़ कर सकते हो, एस्पिरिन ना. एयर ट्रैवल अगर करना है तो एनसेड्स रख सकते हो, नेज़ल डिकंजेस्टेंट रख सकते हो, वल्सल्वा कर सकते हो. डायलिसिस हेडेक अगर है तो DDS का ट्रीटमेंट क्या है आपका? मैनिटॉल. DDS से सेरिब्रल एडिमा होता है, उसको आप कम करोगे मैरिटॉल देके। ऑटोनॉमिक डिसरिफ्लेक्सिया इन अ सीटेड पोजीशन, अगर क्वाड्रिप्लेजिया तो सीटेड पोजीशन है। रिमूव लूज क्लोथिंग, स्क्रूटनाइज फॉर ब्लैडर डिस्टेंशन। अदर कॉजेज ऑफ हेडेक आर योर हाइपोथायरॉइड, फास्टिंग, not eating, cardiac cephalgia associated with my MI causing headache, cardiac cephalgia. Then there is pituitary apoplexy, pituitary causing headache, the ventricle colloid cysts, acute ankle closure glaucoma, preeclampsia and other causes causing headache. Next chapter is our spontaneous SAH, because traumatic SAH is a case of trauma. The most common cause of SAH is your trauma. The second most common cause is aneurysmal rupture, especially Berry's aneurysmal rupture present at the anastomosis of your circle of Willis. So this is your circle of Willis, जहाँ पे you have your internal carotid, जिससे एंटीरियर कम्युनिकेटिंग एंटीरियर सेरिब्रल आर्टरी, देन एंटीरियर कम्युनिकेटिंग आर्टरी, देन मतलब पीछे से पाइका एंड एंटीरियर स्पाइनल आर्टरी बीच में आ रही है, देन आइका, वर्टिब्रल आर्टरी दोनों पोस्टीरियर। ये यूट्यूब से पढ़ लेना। The posterior inferior cerebellar artery, pica, and anterior spinal artery both combine and make the vertebral artery. Both vertebral artery merge and form the basilar artery. Basilar artery से 3 मेन ब्रांचेस निकलती हैं, आइका, SCA एंड पाइका। ऊपर से नीचे से ऊपर, तो आइका एंटीरियर इन्फीरियर सेरिबेलर आर्टरी, देन सुपीरियर सेरिबेलर आर्टरी, देन पाइका पोस्टीरियर सेरिब्रल आर्टरी। तो पाइका से आपका पीकॉम निकलता है, पीकॉम जाता है इंटरनल करोटिड में मर्ज होने, इंटरनल करोटिड से ही फिर आपका निकलता है एंटीरियर सेरिब्रल आर्टरी, और दोनों ACA कंबाइन होते हैं एकॉम पे। About 75% of non-traumatic SAH are caused by rupture aneurysm, and in 20% cases the cause is not identified. तो बचे 5% कहाँ गए? Hypertension, smoking, shouting at your partner increases the risk. I must share a funny incident when there was a couple, and the couple used to fight a lot. The husband used to scream at his wife. Maybe the wife was at wrongdoing, but the husband used to scream a lot, and the husband developed SAH. Wife was completely fine, completely, like she maybe did some mistake, but the husband was the one suffering, and she was completely fine, eating her fruits and maintaining her longevity. So don't shout. Stay calm. Nothing is going to happen. Cerebral aneurysms are focal arterial pouches located in the area of the bifurcation at the circle of Willis. While the precise pathophysiology is not known, aneurysmal development and rupture are quite common. There includes genetic predisposition, cellular aberrations in the vascular wall repair or remodeling. While it is not possible to predict the rupture risk of a particular aneurysm, any aneurysm more than 5 to 10 mm are more likely to rupture than smaller aneurysm. So you may coil an aneurysm more than 5 to 10 mm. Clinical features are the worst headache of his life. SAH is present in about 25% patients who present to emergency with thunderclap headache. Even if a patient is not experiencing the worst headache of their life, a headache that is different in intensity or quality from past headaches should raise concern for SAH, especially a headache that is acute, totally acute. It needs to be evaluated for SAH. Headaches associated with loss of consciousness, seizure, diplopia, and other neurological sign, nuchal rigidity also need evaluation for SAH. For diagnosis, the subarachnoid hemorrhage can be ruled out with 100% sensitivity with the implementation of the Ottawa SAH rule for headache evaluation. So, the SAH can be ruled out with can be ruled out with 100% sensitivity with implementation of the Ottawa SAH rule for headache evaluation. Although inclusion criteria are stringent, SAH may be excluded in patient under 40 years of age without neck pain. So Ottawa rule क्या कहता है? Ottawa SAH rule, it is a clinical decision tools in emergency for alert patient over 15 with new onset, sudden onset headache that peaks within the first hour. If none of the 6 high-risk criteria are met, SAH can be safely ruled out with almost 100% sensitivity. 100. Not a lot of things claim that number in medicine, right? So let's see what is your Ottawa SAH rule. Six things need to be seen. Any of these is present, you cannot rule out SAH. So all 6 need to be absent. Age 40 or older, neck pain or stiffness, witness loss of consciousness, onset during exertion. Means when you were shouting at someone, when you were running away from an animal, from a rabid dog, or any exertion, you were running away from bullets or some sirens in Middle East war in Dubai. So अगर उस टाइम पे हेडेक हुआ है then it might be SAH. So age more than 40, neck pain or stiffness, witness loss of consciousness, onset during exertion, thunderclap headache, and limited neck flexion on examination. You cannot say yes. Then you might have SAH. 40, neck pain, loss of consciousness, exertion, cannot say yes, and thunderclap headache. If any of them are yes, then you will see the Emerald SAH rule. If the SBP is more than 150, diastolic more than 90, sugar more than 115, potassium less than 3.9, all 4 are no, then it is low risk. If yes, then it's high risk, investigation is required. What are the risk factors for subarachnoid hemorrhage? Hypertension, smoking, alcohol, any kidney disease, family history, aortic disease, Marfan's, Ehlers-Danlos, and alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency because we are born with a certain amount of a fixed amount of elastin in our body. And alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency people have increased breakdown of elastin, making their vessels more fragile and less compatible to change or less ability to return to their previous position after a event of strain. सो जो पाइप है वो अगर एक्सपैंड होगा, फैलेगा, तो वापस नहीं आ पाएगा, तो फट जाएगा फिर, है ना. व्हाट आर द DDs ऑफ SAH? एनी ICH, इस्कीमिक स्ट्रोक, TIA, arterial dissection, venous thrombosis, certain drugs, infections, your meningitis, tumor, ICH, intracranial hypotension also can cause headache, metabolic derangement, primary headache syndrome like benign thunderclap headache, migraine cluster headache, and hypertensive disorders. So Ottawa rule is given here in Tentanalis that all 6 should be no. 40 years of age, neck pain or stiffness, no witness loss of consciousness, no onset, 2 तो यही हो गया था, no witness loss of consciousness, no onset during exertion, no thunderclap headache, without limited neck flexion, able to say yes. So more than 40 years of age, without neck pain or stiffness, without a witness loss of consciousness, without onset during exertion, without a thunderclap headache, and without limited neck flexion. Next is imaging. Angiogram is needed. The initial diagnostic modality of choice when SAH is suspected at NCCT of the head. The sensitivity of CT in diagnosing SAH is the highest shortly after symptoms begin and estimated to be 98% within the first 6 to 12 hours of the symptom onset. Why? Because in the early phase the blood is there in the cisterns and it is bright. After the bleeding is resolved, it may be harder to pick it up. So do CT ASAP. Even NCCT, do it ASAP in patient suspicious of SAH. Anyway, in a headache you're gonna do a CT, so do CT ASAP in these patients. As you can see in this CT, this is a diffuse SAH with intraventricular bleed. You can see the blood in the interhemispheric fissure, blood in the sylvian fissures, and in the posterior regions also, plus blood in ventricles. You know diffuse axonal hemorrhage, right? DAH. So what happens is the connection between the neuronal cell and the axon is lost, causing micro pinpoint bleeds which are not visible on CT. But if the bleeding is too much, the blood can seep out and show in ventricles. So if you're seeing blood in the ventricles but cannot see in the brain, it is a bad thing, because the patient might have had some diffuse injury which is not showing a focal cause in the brain parenchyma, but it is significant bleeding enough to actually show up in the ventricles, likely a big diffuse axonal injury. If a suspected SAH patient has a normal CT, you need to do a lumbar puncture. Another advantage of lumbar puncture is the ability to identify other causes like meningitis and ICH, raised ICH. Main disadvantage are your post-LP headache and discomfort for the patient, and coagulopathy, thrombocytopenia, bed sore patients also. Xanthochromia and RBC count. Xanthochromia, if present, is highly likely of the SAH. One small study demonstrated that 25% reduction in RBC between the tube 1 and 4 may occur in confirmed SAH. The literature doesn't support, but in general, normal find on head CT, the absence of xanthochromia and 0 or few RBCs less than 5 in the CSF help reliably exclude SAH. A normal head CT result with positive finding of xanthochromia or elevated RBC count in tube 4 should be considered diagnostic for SAH. नॉर्मल CT हेड है बट आपको xanthochromia मिल रहा है, साथ में प्रोग्रेसिवली RBC डिक्लाइन नहीं हो रहे हैं, फोर्थ ट्यूब में भी आपको अच्छा खासा RBC मिल रहा है, मीन्स दैट इज SAH, दैट इज नॉट ट्रॉमेटिक टैप. Then there are SAH grading scales. So the risk of rebleeding is highest in the first 2 to 12 hours, and it can be reduced by BP control and maintaining cerebral perfusion. So target systolic BP between 160 to 120 to 160. The risk of rebleeding is highest in the first 2 to 12 hours, and it can be controlled, reduced by adequate BP control. Control systolic BP between 120 to 160. Okay, and use labetalol and nicardipine. Avoid nitroprusside and nitroglycerin. Use labate and nicardia. Avoid nitro and nitro. Okay, use labate and nicardia in SAH patient or any brain patient. Avoid nitro in any brain patient. Nitro is for heart patient, not brain patient. Pain medication need to be given. Avoid any painful stimulus, like give them paracetamol. Avoid unnecessary positioning, transfer of the patient. Avoid turning of the head. Avoid the constipation, give them lactulose. Preferably give them certain analgesic to reduce the brain edema. Give them fentanyl or any analgesic of your choice. Give them antiemetics also, because emesis will also lead to increase brain pressure. That टेंशन मत दो, सब आराम करने दो, सोने दो उसे आराम से. एंटीमेटिक दो, पेन किलर दो, अननेसेसरली छेड़ो मत बच्चे को, है ना. वेसोस्पाज्म इज मोस्ट कॉमन 2 days to 3 weeks आफ्टर SAH. ये याद रखना भाई. ये वेसोस्पाज्म इज मोस्ट कॉमन 2 days to how many days? 21 21 days. 2 days to 21 days आफ्टर SAH. वाओ. तो हम लोग निमोडिपिन भी 21 दिन के लिए चलाते हैं ना. 2 days to 21 days. ये रहा. वेसोस्पाज्म इज मोस्ट कॉमन बिटवीन 2 days to 21 days आफ्टर SAH. So nimodipine देना है 60 mg every 4 hourly, and this therapy should be initiated ASAP within 96 hours unless contraindicated due to allergy. Oh. Vasospasm 2 days to 21 days after SAH. A modest predictive benefit is seen with nimodipine every 4 hours, 60 mg every 4 hours for 21 days. It should be started within 96 hours and used unless contraindicated due to allergy, a non-functioning GI disease, GI tract और hepatic disease. So allergy, आपका GI tract काम नहीं कर रहा है या liver ख़राब है तो आप यूज़ नहीं करोगे, अदरवाइज सब में यूज़ करना है, even if the patient is hypotensive. Clinical trials of other treatment like statin, magnesium, endothelin antagonist, कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, निमोडिपिन दो. Delayed cerebral ischemia is associated with hypothermia, hyperthermia and hyperglycemia. So you need to control the BP. What happened? BP, temperature and sugar of this patient, है ना. Prevent these conditions with the appropriate use of warming or cooling blankets, antipyretics or insulin as indicated. एंड पेशेंट्स में सीजर भी आ सकता है. सीजर प्रोफाइलेक्सिस इज सपोर्टेड. सीजर प्रोफाइलेक्सिस लेवेरा देना है इन पेशेंट को, है ना. देन डिस्पोजिशन एंड फॉलो अप. वन क्विक नोट, हाउ डू यू चेक फॉर सेरिबेरल साइन? सो यू नो cerebellum is dashing. Even the app as well as the our brain cerebellum also, it's dashing. So D से dysdiadochokinesia, ataxia, slurred speech, Heel-Shin test, hypotonia, intention tremor, I से intention tremor, N से nystagmus और G से gait disturbance, like wide base gait होती है ना आपकी हिलती डुलती सी, and you will turn towards the side of the lesion.